Tomorrow is finally the day. We've been waiting so long to get another look at Spider-Man 2 by Insomniac Games, and I think we're actually gonna get it tomorrow. Hey everyone, welcome back. Tomorrow is Sony's PlayStation Showcase. It has been so long since we've had one of these, and I really think they're about to blow the roof off of the place. There are so many crazy announcements that I think that they could be announcing, but I think all of us are really looking forward to Spider-Man 2. And of course, I can't bring up Spider-Man 2 without bringing up Miles Morales and the original Spider-Man. I got to meet Najee Jeter, and if you want to see a video on how I met him and got this signed, there'll be a video on my channel. But anyway, look, I just want to talk real quick about some things that I think might show up at this showcase tomorrow because there's just so many announcements that could be made. First, let's get the big one out of the way, Spider-Man 2. I want to see some insane gameplay. I want to see some villains maybe, and I'm really hearing that the graphical fidelity of this game is something not seen before. And if they're able to improve on the web swinging and the traversal from Miles Morales, this game is going to look like a movie. You know, I'm thinking maybe some sort of playable cinematic style. Something that looks so good that it's hard to distinguish it from being a cutscene in gameplay. Similar to what Last of Us Part 2 does, I think we're really going to get something special here. We've got Venom coming in this one, we've got Kraven in this one, and I hope the story just blows my socks off because the first one and Miles Morales are two of my favorite games of all time. Honestly, I think it's going to be hard for this game to disappoint. I mean, you have Tony Todd, the original Candyman, voicing Venom, and we know from the post-credit scene of the first game and from Miles Morales that Harry Osborn is potentially going to be carrying the symbiote. This seems like a very new and original plan, and I really enjoy them taking the chance on this. Maybe Eddie Brock will show up in this game, but it looks like from the start at least, we're going to see Harry Osborn as Venom. And I hope tomorrow we get just, a little bit of a tease. No, you know what? Screw that. I want more than a tease. I want a full gameplay trailer. I want it to last at least 5 minutes because I can't wait any longer, and this game is supposed to come out this year. Another game that, some people are sort of talking about and leaks have definitely come out over the past couple weeks is, of course, Grand Theft Auto 6. Look at this. This says Xbox 360. Do you know how old GTA 5 is? And you know how good of a game it is that they're still supporting it today? It's about time for GTA 6, and I honestly think there's a high chance that we're going to be seeing some sort of gameplay, announcement, cinematic, etc. because stuff has leaked about this game. GTA 6 is allegedly going to be the game of the generation, similar to how GTA 5 was, and allegedly this time we're going to be set in Miami. I can't wait to learn more. I saw a couple little screenshots on Twitter of the leaked footage, but I can't judge anything because that's not the final product. And if you see that, I suggest you not judge it until you see an official announcement from Rockstar because guys, they never disappoint with anything. Now speaking of not disappointing, Naughty Dog, you better bring it, and I know you're gonna bring that Last of Us multiplayer. I never really got into factions with Last of Us Part 1 back in the PS3 days, but I'm really hoping to get the gameplay of Last of Us Part 2 in a multiplayer setting with new characters, new world, really a new multiplayer experience that is actually gonna keep me going back. I love Call of Duty, and I've loved Call of Duty for years, but at this moment in my life, I'm not really wanting to shell out money to get skins or do sort of these events that have no rewards. The best things you can get in the game, you can only get through money, and I'm talking about cosmetics, of course. But Call of Duty, really needs to nail it, and if Last of Us multiplayer can come in here and fill that multiplayer void, I am ready to switch ships. And speaking of Call of Duty, maybe we see a Call of Duty announcement here because they're apparently going to be switching to another release this year when originally they were going to have 2 years for Modern Warfare 2. Look, I bought Modern Warfare 2 when it first came out, played it for the week, never touched it again. And it sucks to say that Call of Duty is sort of down low right now, but I really hope, the studios like Sledgehammer and Treyarch mainly, Call of Duty Zombies is like my favorite game of all time, can bring it back and really, give the Call of Duty fans what they want because at this moment, Fortnite, all of these other games are just sort of leaving it in the dust. Now let's talk about another PlayStation exclusive game that needed an upgrade from the day it came out. I do have some pride. I have 100% completed this game, and that game is Bloodborne. This little game right here, wow, what an amazing game, and we are so overdue for a PS5 upgrade. On PS5, we have the exclusive Demon's Souls, 60 frames per second, one of the best looking games of the generation, and it launched with this. And of course, we have Elden Ring, FromSoft's newest release, and that plays at 60 frames per second as well with the option to do a fidelity mode. So I'm telling you, guys, it is time for a Bloodborne 60 frames per second at least patch. Because honestly, that will get me to play the game for the 100th time. I've heard some rumors about a Metal Gear Solid remake. I never actually got into the Metal Gear Solid games, so I would love to get into this if that's a point. I also saw some talk of possibly revealing Resident Evil 9, and I think this is a good idea because 8 came out I think 2 years ago now, because we just got the Resident Evil 4 remake, and man, both of those games are just incredible, and I really want to see how they continue the story with 9. Resident Evil has slowly become one of my favorite franchises in gaming, and I really am excited to see what they push the bar with this time, whether it be first person, third person, or whatever it is. So if we get any sort of announcement from Capcom, I think that would be super hype. And you know PlayStation is going to bring it because Microsoft currently is trying to buy Activision, which will give them control to tons of games like Call of Duty, etc. So they have to really bring it here and show us why it's worth it staying on PlayStation. Which, I mean, if you just look at the exclusive games, you know that PlayStation is the best place to play. I loved Xbox. I had an Xbox 360. That was the superior console. But when I shipped to PS4, got The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, there's just no going back. Speaking of Ghost of Tsushima, maybe there's a sequel announcement here. I heard rumors that maybe that wasn't going to happen, but I'm going to keep my hopes up. And with that being said, I'm actually going to keep my expectations in check. I know I'm going to probably see Spider-Man because this game is going to come out this year and it's already May. So I think that's a pretty safe bet. So that's all I really want to see, and everything else after that is just extra. Let me know down below what games you think might be announced tomorrow at the PlayStation Showcase. It's going to be a huge show, and of course, all the trailers that release, the things that I'm going to be interested in, I'm going to be showing you guys in my reaction. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, let me know down below what games you think might be announced because I will read your comments and I will most likely respond. Anyways, I will see you all very, very soon.